all to seize this moment and give the residents the peace of mind they deserve. We are all custodians of this tiny peninsula, just 7 miles by 14. Do not abuse that privilege. 329,000 people will be watching you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Joe Bird.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for coming and for your emails and for watching at home online. I'd like to tee off by saying that I am 100% opposed to the Celtic Manor proposals. Hoylake Golf Resort does not score with this birdie. Seriously, because Wirral doesn't need more mansions. What we need is genuinely affordable housing for the many. Decent housing is a human right, so instead of prioritising this ridiculous proposal, we should be supporting housing policies like these. We should be supporting housing first for homeless people, so there's never any need for a second night out in the cold. There were 2,000 families on the Wirral housing waiting list in high priority need, many of them in my ward of Bromber and New Ferry, so we should investigate our powers to protect, buy and build our own council houses. Thirdly, our local plan could and should bring hundreds of brownfield sites and empty properties back into use and protect all of our green belt and parks. Wirral could bring hundreds of existing houses up to decent, warm home standard with huge follow-through benefits for health, child welfare and education. And we could invest in our housing stock to do that, not lend up to £26 million. Council-owned land should be used for public benefit, should be used for organisations that recognise trade unions, that pay a living wage and support local businesses, because that is something about building. So it's a bit strange we're here today because the Conservatives have called this meeting, it's a kind of Chris Blakely pantomime show, because we don't have the power to stop the golf course today. And the people with the power to do that are the Cabinet, the Planning Committee, a judicial review, possibly, or it's landowners and it's developers. And this fiasco is an example of why we do need a different local Labour leadership that works for the many, not the few. In 10 short weeks there will be local elections and there will be a new leader of Wirral Council. Thank you. Wirral needs a leader who listens and who responds, who communicates honestly and clearly, and above all, we need the right decisions made in the right way at the right time. So just like thousands of Labour members and supporters across the Wirral, I'll be working for Labour to win your hearts, minds and votes. I intend to remain in the Labour group with a vote to elect our new local leader to lead Wirral Council, and our new leader will appoint the next Cabinet, and I hope the next Cabinet will stop the Hoylake Golf Resort. So I'll be voting with the Labour motion because I'll take some more time because I've been interrupted quite a lot.
Stand up for what you believe.
Because I stay in the Labour group, and because I'm opposed to the Celtic Manor Resort, I want to see that golf ball kicked into the long grass and to stay there. Thank you.
Councillor Tony Cox.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to start by saying something positive about the Labour group before we get into the nitty-gritty of the actual issue here tonight. The Labour group have finally managed to familiarise themselves with the truth, and they've even been kind enough to share it with us here this evening. But we now see in their motion exactly what this development is actually about. It's about money. To this point, we've heard about golfing facilities that will be available. The fact that the Labour administration are looking to dispose of 2 golf courses within the Wirral speaks volumes for what the actual supply to demand ratio is here in this borough. We hear about potential economic benefits, and there may well be some. Councillor Phil Davis used the word potential before in his initial speech. But what cannot be denied and what cannot be diluted by weasel words like potential, may, could, might. What cannot be denied is that great swathes of my ward, Greenbelt within my ward, will be levelled to provide 160 band G and H houses, providing the council with the opportunity to do what it does best, and that's tax. To tax the people, to increase its council tax take. And this, Mr Mayor, is all that this entire development is about. Whilst funded to the tune of £26 million of taxpayers' money has been agreed with the developer, albeit in staged amounts, I question whether this is what the council's priorities should be when day to day all we hear from the Labour benches is the cry of cuts. Is this a good and safe use? Is this a good... Give it a rest. Is this a good and safe use of council resources, of our resources? These houses are to be smack in the centre of our Greenbelt. The Labour Party should have had the guts to put this proposal in the local plan. But they know how unpopular a decision this would be. So they're looking for ways around the rules by finding special circumstances which would circumvent planning policy framework rules on Greenbelt protection. It appears that this Labour administration is hell-bent on pressing ahead with this golf course, regardless of local opinion, regardless of destruction of habitat for local wildlife, regardless of risk to taxpayers' money, and regardless of the increased risk of flooding. Mr Mayor, whilst we're talking specifically about the golf course here this evening, we now know that this is about 160 houses and 40 apartments. I find it astonishing that this Labour administration has at the time, energy, and most importantly the money, almost £1 million or over £1 million, depending on which report you wish to believe, to spend on investigating flattening swathes of my ward instead of focusing on the 1- and 2-bedroom houses that this borough needs. They should be focusing on regenerating areas that are desperate for redevelopment, areas with brownfield sites that are eyesores crying out to be brought back into use. The irony is that many of these areas are in wards that the Labour group purport to represent. I call upon the leadership to think again on this ill-conceived project and focus on the priorities of getting the basics right in this borough. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Tony Norbury.
I will be voting against the Tory motion tonight, not because I'm in favour of the result. That is not the reason. In fact, I'm 100% against any development that gives your precious council money to private developers to extract wealth from our council and take the bread from our people's mouths. I'm also against giving away your Greenbelt land to private developers to extract wealth from your pockets and beauty from your eyes. I know the whole of the Labour movement on Wirral are with me on that too. I am not being kidded into voting tonight for a Tory motion that means absolutely nothing. Makes no difference whatsoever. This Tory motion does not stop the Hoylake golf resort, and the Tories who have tabled it know that. Don't listen to the pantomime that Chris Blakely put on at the beginning of this. He knows before he called this meeting that it means nothing. This Tory motion does not stop the Hoylake golf resort, and the Tories who've tabled it know that. It is a publicity stunt aimed at the Tories doing well in the local elections, trying to hide their support for a hard Brexit and the Tory austerity that is forcing people
Keep to the point.
I want to hear Councillor Norbury, quiet in the gallery.
That is forcing people in my constituency of Birkenhead to feed out of food banks and live on the streets. But it is worse than that. The Tories have willingly dragged all you people down here tonight on a false promise that this vote is meaningful, and it's not. It does not matter how anybody votes tonight. It does not kill the golf resort. You are being deceived by Tory lies. Ask Councillor Chris Blakely, who wants to run this pantomime here tonight, ask him to stand up, articulate exactly how support for his motion tonight will stop the Hoylake Court result. It won't, will it, Chris? I am whipped to support the Labour motion. That means that I don't. Mr. Mayor.
Quiet, please. I want to hear Councillor Norbury conclude his speech.
I will be suspended from the Labour group and will not have a vote in the very important Labour group leadership elections coming up in May. I want to be able to cast my democratic vote in May to vote for a progressive leader of the Labour group, a leader that will have socialist policies that mirror the National Labour Party manifesto. As Councillor Chris Meaden said, the Labour Party has changed. It has changed because we've elected a new leader, Jeremy Corbyn, 3 years ago, and that is a game changer for politics. I know how important it is to the people of Wirral that Labour members and the most vulnerable in our societies to have a progressive Labour leader that can form progressive Labour cabinet that will make progressive decisions that will protect people from Tory austerity. I want to see an end to faceless shareholders or privateer developers who have only one interest in one thing: how much profit they can extract from our beautiful peninsula. The leadership of the Labour group election in May is the game changer, not this sham Tory pantomime put on tonight.
By Councillor Norbury, could I have a moment just to respond to that, please?
Certainly, Councillor Blakely.
Councillor Norbury is making out that this is just a sham, a pantomime, call it what he may. But if he cares to read our notice of motion, paragraph 4, says, Council is advised by the Director of Governance and Assurance that under the Leader and Cabinet system, as operated by Labour and Wirral, it does not have the power to demand or force the Cabinet to drop this unwanted scheme into entirety. We recognise that. We're not hiding anything from you. We made it in the public domain, and I think you are just trying to cloud the issue by protecting yourself to say you're opposed to the Tory motion, you're opposed to the Hoylake golf results, but you won't vote for us, you'll only vote for what must be your aggressive leader if you're looking for the progressive. So Mr. Mayor, this is not a pantomime, Mr. Mayor. This is a genuine attempt, and not the first attempt by this group, a genuine attempt by this group in Wirral to bring this folly to an end by saying, if enough people in this council chamber say to the Cabinet, we don't want this, the Cabinet will buckle.
Yes.
Thank you, Councillor Blakely. Quiet, I want to hear Councillor.
Point of order, sit
Councillor Blakely will be given the right to reply. I hope that time will be taken off him.
Noted. Councillor Jeff Green.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And can I just reinforce what Councillor Blakely said, actually? I think this meeting does matter.
Yes.
I think the people and councillors right across Wirral coming together to discuss what is a really important issue in front of the public who come along to this meeting, it does matter. And the only reason it won't happen, or it won't get stopped, is because people like Councillor Norbury doesn't have the nerve to oppose his leadership. That's I've been in the town hall quite a while. I remember last time Militant made itself known. What they actually said, the key phrase, the difference between the Labour Party member and a socialist is a socialist has got up off his knees and fought for the people that he believes in. The problem is, Councillor Norbury and his ilk won't get up off their knees to fight what needs to be fought by this administration. Because this matters. The public having an opportunity to be involved in here a discussion and a debate actually does matter. And let's be honest, let's be clear. when this thing started, when it started off, people were relatively interested in what was being proposed. It's now reached over £1 million of council taxpayers' money that's been spent. We're talking about spending up to 26 million of council taxpayers' liability. We're talking about building a massive amount of housing on the Greenbelt. Originally, I think the proposal was quite limited. Now we're up to something like 200 dwellings. We've reached the stage where this proposal is now a housing estate with a golf course around it. I would just support as well the point that Councillor Cox made. When you think about the resources that this development is going to suck in, the investment that it's intended to suck in, why on earth are we doing that on 200 dwellings when there is so much requirement for affordable and social housing across the borough? This development betrays those people that need the council's support the most. And for Councillor Norbury and his momentum friends not to have the guts to stand up and vote against it just shows how bankrupt momentum really is.
Labour needs to listen to the people.
I'd like to reply similar to what Chris Blakey had, as my name was mentioned a few
Please
times.
be brief, Councillor Norbury.
I have stated tonight, I am opposed to the golf resort, I'm opposed to any
We'll vote against it tonight.
I want to hear the member speak.
I'm opposed to any development, elitist development, that takes council resources away from what we should be doing, and that's taking people out of food banks, taking people off the streets who are homeless. And it's this Tory government, supported by these Tory councillors that are